My child, listen to me. You never saw how many times I stepped between you and what could have harmed you. You never saw the hands I held back, the paths I closed, the moments I delayed, because I was protecting you in silence. I saw the danger before it reached your door. I saw the sorrow before it found your name. I saw the snare hidden inside what looked harmless, and I kept you from it. My child, I was there when you thought nothing was happening. I was there when the answer did not come, when the door stayed shut, when the road turned another way. I was there, and I am still here. You looked at the surface and wondered if I had forgotten you. You saw the weight, the pause, the pressure, and you thought perhaps my love had become distant. But hear me now, my silence was not neglect. My silence was mercy. While you were counting what you did not receive, I was guarding what you did not yet understand. While you were asking why, I was preparing how. While you were staring at one closed door, I was building another that would lead you into peace. My child, I never leave my children exposed. I do not sleep while your heart is under pressure. I do not turn away when the night feels long. I am the God who sees, the God who knows, the God who keeps. There are things I kept hidden from your eyes because your heart was not yet ready to carry them. If you had seen every battle, you would have grown afraid. If you had seen every trap, you would have carried worry like a stone. If you had known every delay, you might have mistaken my timing for rejection. But I was weaving wisdom through the unseen. I was placing mercy inside the delay. I was using the quiet season to shape your soul, to soften your edges, to deepen your trust, and to teach you that life is not held together by what you can control. It is held together by my faithful hand. My child, I know how much you wanted clarity. I know you wanted signs written in the sky, answers delivered in plain language, and peace that arrived without struggle. Yet I tell you this, not every blessing announces itself at first. Some of the greatest mercies look like interruptions before they look like gifts. Some of the kindest answers arrive as delays. Some of the deepest protections arrive as no. You never saw the storm I kept from your day. You never saw the grief I diverted from your home. You never saw the trouble I rerouted away from your steps. But I saw it all, and I moved in love. Do not think for one moment that your life has been left to chance. I numbered your days before one of them came to be. I marked your journey with purpose. I placed meaning in what seemed ordinary. I placed instruction inside disappointment. I placed strength inside weakness. I placed healing inside the very places where you thought you had only pain. My child, I do not waste a single tear. I collect what others ignore. I redeem what others dismiss. I transform what others call impossible. I am not only with you in the bright moments. I am with you in the hidden ones, where you think no one is watching. You never saw how often I moved people, details, and timing to shield you from what would have broken you too soon. A delay in one place saved you in another. A closed friendship spared you from a wound. A changed plan kept you from walking into confusion. A sudden silence protected your heart from words that would have cut too deeply. I am not random, my child. I am wise. I am not late. I am precise. I am not confused. I am sovereign. Even when you could not see the pattern, I was writing one. Even when you could not understand the thread, I was weaving a garment of mercy around your life. I know you call some moments wasted because they did not go the way you imagined. But I tell you the truth, nothing surrendered to me is wasted. The prayers you spoke in weakness were not wasted. The tears you cried in secret were not wasted. The seasons you endured without applause were not wasted. The plans that changed, the hopes that paused, the doors that shut, the days that felt too quiet, none of it was lost in my hands. I take what seems unfinished and use it to deepen your trust. I take what seems broken and shape it into wisdom. I take what seems empty and prepare it for new life. Listen to me, beloved. You are not being overlooked because I am slow. You are being guided because I am loving. I know the difference between what you want now and what will bless you later. I know the difference between a temporary comfort and a lasting peace. I know the difference between a quick answer and a holy answer. My child, I am never in a hurry to give you something that cannot hold you. I will not place in your hands what would crush your heart. I will not open what would wound you. I will not lead you into a path that would steal your peace. You never saw the prayers I answered before they reached your awareness. I answered them in the details you overlooked. I answered them in the timing you questioned. I answered them in the protection you did not notice. I answered them in the strength that rose in you when you thought you had none. I answered them in the unexpected kindness of a word, a person, a pause, a correction, a mercy. My child, I work not only in dramatic miracles but also in gentle movements. I guide through little things. I protect through little things. I heal through little things. Do not despise the quiet ways I love you. You may think that because something was unseen, it was not important. But I tell you that some of my greatest works are hidden before they are revealed. Seeds grow in darkness. Roots form in silence. Healing often begins beneath the surface. My child, I am comfortable working where your eyes cannot follow. I am comfortable in mystery because I hold the end from the beginning. I do not need your full understanding to be faithful. I do not need your permission to be kind. I do not need your strength to sustain you. I only ask that you trust the one who knows what you cannot see. There were times when you thought your prayers bounced back from the ceiling unanswered. Yet every sincere cry entered my heart. Nothing spoken in faith disappeared. Nothing whispered through tears was forgotten. Nothing offered in desperation was ignored. My child, when you said, "Help me," I heard you. When you said, "Stay with me," I remained. When you said, "Guide me," I led. When you said, "Forgive me," I forgave. When you said, "Heal me," I began the work. When you said, "Carry me," I did. You have never uttered a prayer into emptiness. I am the God who hears, and I answer according to wisdom and love. You never saw how many times I blocked what looked appealing but carried hidden pain. Some paths glimmered, but they were not safe. Some invitations sounded sweet, but they were not for you. Some connections seemed close, but they would have drained you. Some shortcuts promised ease, but they would have led you into regret. My child, do not mourn what I removed when I was protecting your future. I am the shepherd who keeps the flock from danger. I am the father who does not hand stones to hungry children. I am the God who says no when no is mercy. Trust the no that saved you. I know that at times your heart asks, why did it have to be this way? Why did I have to learn through pain? Why could it not have been simpler? My child, I understand that question. I have heard it rising from your spirit in the middle of the night. Yet I am using even this. Nothing given to me is beyond redemption. The pain that humbled you is becoming compassion in you. The disappointment that softened you is becoming wisdom in you. The waiting that stretched you is becoming endurance in you. I am building something lasting, not fragile. I am making you ready for blessings that require a deeper root. You never saw the battles fought in places you could not enter. You never saw the restraint I placed over powers and pressures that wanted to overwhelm you. You never saw the hedge of grace around your life. You never saw how many times I redirected the impact so that it would land lighter than it could have. My child, I am more attentive than you know. I am more involved than you imagine. I am more protective than your fear believes. I am not distant, surveying your life from far away. I am near, touching the places you cannot reach, holding what you cannot hold, sustaining what you cannot sustain. Sometimes I let you feel the edge of a burden so you will learn where to place it. Sometimes I allow a question to remain so your trust can grow deeper than your need for control. Sometimes I let you walk through a narrow place so you learn that I am enough even there. My child, do not interpret every hard moment as my absence. Some hard moments are where I teach you how to lean. Some difficult moments are where I reveal that my strength is not theoretical. It is real, living, and present. It holds you when your knees tremble. It steadies you when your emotions shake. It carries you when your own strength runs low. You have not been abandoned to your own understanding. I am the Lord who directs your path. I am the one who gives wisdom to the simple and peace to the troubled. I am the one who makes a way where there was no visible way. I am the one who can take one step and turn it into a journey of grace. My child, I am writing your story with care. You may have turned pages in tears, but I have not dropped the book. I am still writing. I am still shaping. I am still guiding. And I know the end I have planned for you is good. You never saw the comfort I placed in a stranger's kindness, the strength I placed in a timely word, the peace I placed in a quiet evening, or the courage I placed in your heart right before you thought you would collapse. I have been providing in ways your eyes overlooked. That is how deep my love runs. It does not only meet the dramatic need. It meets the hidden one. It does not only arrive and rescue. It arrives in restraint, in patience, in timing, in favor, in provision, in the small mercies that keep you going one more day. My child, I have not left you. I know your heart remembers what it was like to be disappointed by what you hoped would save you. I know that makes trust harder. But hear me, I am not like the broken promises of people. I am not like the hope that fades at the last moment. I am faithful. I do not mislead. I do not promise lightly. I do not speak and then forget. I do not guide you only to withdraw at the edge. If I lead you into a season, I will carry you through it. If I ask you to wait, I will strengthen you in the waiting. If I tell you to rest, I will guard your rest. There are times you feel that you must figure everything out before you can be at peace. But my child, peace does not come from mastering every detail. Peace comes from knowing who holds the details. I hold your tomorrow. I hold the conversations you have not had. I hold the decisions you cannot make yet. I hold the answers you have not been given. I hold your fragile places. I hold your hidden fears. I hold the things you dare not name aloud. You are safer in my hands than in the certainty you try to build for yourself. Rest there. Trust there. Stay there with me. You never saw how I was teaching you while you thought you were only waiting. I was teaching you patience, yes, but also discernment. I was teaching you how to recognize what is true. I was teaching you how not to chase what cannot keep you. I was teaching you that your value is not proven by speed, performance, or perfection. My child, I was shaping your inner life. I was making you less easily shaken. I was making you more able to hear my voice above the noise. I was helping you become steady enough to carry future blessings with wisdom and humility. The enemy loves to exaggerate what is missing and hide what is being built. Do not listen to that voice. It speaks in fear, not in truth. It counts loss, but it cannot count my mercy. It points to delay, but it cannot see my preparation. It reminds you of the wound, but it cannot foresee the healing. My child, when accusation rises, answer with my word. Say, the Lord is with me. The Lord is for me. The Lord is my keeper. The Lord restores my soul. The Lord prepares a table for me. My promises are not fragile. They are living, and they stand over your life. You never saw how close I was when you felt weakest. You thought you were barely standing, but I was the one holding you upright. You thought you were surviving by willpower, but it was my grace carrying you. You thought you had reached the end, but I had already placed mercy ahead of you. My child, I am not looking back at your life with disappointment. I am looking upon you with compassion. I am not shocked by your weariness. I am ready to renew you. I am not ashamed of your need. I am honored that you come to me with it. Let me tell you something about the hidden places. Hidden does not mean forgotten. Hidden does not mean abandoned. Hidden does not mean useless. Often what is hidden is being preserved. A seed is hidden in the soil before it becomes a tree. Water is hidden deep in the earth before it becomes a stream. Wisdom is often hidden in silence before it becomes a guiding voice. My child, what you cannot yet see may be the very thing that will sustain you later. I know what I have planted. I know when it will rise. I know how to bring forth fruit in the right season. You never saw how I was working through the ordinary rhythms of your life. In meals, in errands, in work, in conversations, in rest, in chores, in small decisions, I was present. I am not only God over extraordinary miracles. I am Lord over ordinary faithfulness. I meet you in the mundane and make it sacred. I meet you in the routine and place grace there. I meet you in the unnoticed and make it meaningful. My child, do not wait only for a dramatic sign to believe I am near. I am near in the everyday. I am near in the repeating, the small, the quiet, the steady. I know some of you have questioned whether the pain you endured had any purpose. My child, not all pain is good, but nothing surrendered to me is beyond redemption. I do not call evil good. I do not delight in your suffering. But I do transform what was meant to crush you into something that can bless, guide, and strengthen you. The scars are real, but they do not get the final word. I can use them to make you gentle, wise, and compassionate. I can turn survival into testimony. I can turn tears into empathy. I can turn hardship into holy maturity. You never saw the timing I was protecting. If things had happened earlier, you would have lacked the strength for them. If some doors had opened sooner, you would not have had the wisdom to walk through them. If certain people had stayed, they would have changed you in ways that were not for your good. My child, timing is mercy. Timing is wisdom. Timing is love. I do not only give good things. I give them at the right time, in the right way, with the right strength around them. That is not delay without purpose. That is care without compromise. There is a place where your soul can stop bracing for impact. That place is in me. You do not need to live clenched. You do not need to hold your breath all the time. You do not need to expect every good thing to be taken from you. My child, I am teaching you how to live from security rather than fear. Security in me does not mean life will have no battles. It means battles will not own you. It means loss will not define you. It means difficulty will not erase my presence. It means you can breathe again. You can trust again. You never saw the mercy I gave you in the form of interruption. A call at the right time. A change of plans. A closed route. A door that would not budge. A feeling that told you to pause. These were not accidents. I was speaking through interruptions. I was redirecting your steps. I was steering your life towards safety. My child, do not despise the interruptions you do not understand. I can use a pause to prevent a wound. I can use a detour to provide a better path. I can use a delay to rescue your peace. My wisdom does not always look convenient, but it is always good. The thing you call unfinished may be exactly where I am most active. The thing you call hidden may be the place where I am laying the strongest foundation. The thing you call silent may be where I am preparing the loudest testimony. My child, my work often begins under the surface. It begins in the heart before the harvest, in the root before the fruit, in the unseen before the revealed. Stay patient with what I am doing. Do not rush what requires depth. Depth cannot be forced. Depth is formed. And I am forming something deep in you that will stand when shallow things fall. You never saw how many times I kept your heart from hardening beyond repair. I softened you through tenderness you did not recognize. I gave you glimpses of goodness when bitterness tried to take root. I surrounded you with reminders that compassion still exists. My child, I am preserving your ability to trust, to hope, to love, to receive. That is holy work. A heart that remains soft in a hard world is a testimony of my grace. So when you feel yourself closing, come to me. I will melt what fear has frozen. I will restore what pain has guarded too tightly. I will make room for life again. There is no shame in needing me deeply. There is no weakness in leaning hard on grace. There is no failure in admitting you cannot handle everything alone. I made you to depend on me. My child, Dependence is not defeat. Dependence is wisdom. It is the humble place where life becomes less about control and more about communion. Come nearer. I am not demanding performance. I am inviting presence. Sit with me in the quiet. Breathe with me in the uncertainty. Walk with me in the unknown. You do not need to impress the one who already loves you fully. You never saw the future I have already prepared with patience and care. I have seen what will strengthen you, what will stretch you, what will bless you, what will heal you. I have seen the turning points. I have seen the rooms you will enter. I have seen the prayers you will answer with gratitude. I have seen the doors you thought would never open. My child, the future is not a void. It is held in my hands. And because it is held in my hands, it is not fragile. I am bringing you into what I have appointed. Trust the journey. My child, when you are tempted to believe that I forgot you during the long nights, remember this word: I was near in the waiting, near in the hurting, near in the uncertainty, near in the breakthrough, and near in the quiet. I never left your side. I never gave up on your soul. I never stopped tending to your life. My presence has followed you through every corridor of time. Even when you could not sense me, I was there. Even when you doubted, I was there. Even when you fell silent, I was there. I am still there now, holding you steady. Let the lie that says you are alone be broken today. Let the lie that says your pain is unseen be broken today. Let the lie that says your story is over be broken today. My child, I am the God who writes new chapters. I am the God who restores what grief has touched. I am the God who turns mourning into comfort and confusion into clarity. I do not merely watch history. I enter it. I do not merely observe your life. I redeem it. So lift your chin. Open your hands. Let me speak over what has been heavy. I am speaking life. You never saw the prayers that were answered in hidden places. A door opened because I moved someone's heart. A burden lifted because I arranged support you had not expected. A disaster passed by because I placed a covering you did not notice. My child, my answers often wear ordinary clothes. Do not miss them because you were expecting only thunder. I can speak in thunder, yes, but I also speak in peace. I can move mountains, yes, but I also guide footsteps. I can change outcomes, yes, but I also change hearts. My work is both mighty and gentle. That is why it is good. There will be days when your faith feels like a small flame. Guard it, my child. I do not despise small beginnings. I do not mock fragile trust. A small flame can still give light in the dark. A small seed can still grow into shelter. A small yes can still become a lifetime of grace. So do not despise what is small in you right now. Bring it to me. I can breathe on it. I can strengthen it. I can multiply it. I can take the little you have and make it enough, because with me little is never truly little. I am not asking you to understand everything before you trust me. I am asking you to trust me because I understand everything. That is the difference, my child. Your view is limited, but mine is complete. Your perspective is one room. Mine is the whole house. You see the moment. I see the path. You see the ache. I see the healing. You see the delay. I see the purpose. You see the loss. I see the restoration. I see what is coming, and I am already there with mercy. Trust the one who sees what you cannot. You never saw how many times I strengthened you through a word that arrived at just the right moment. A verse, a song, a sentence, a reminder, a quiet nudge of peace. I placed those things around you like bread for a journey. My child, I know how to feed the soul. I know how to give strength in measures that fit your day. I know how to speak so your heart hears me above the noise. Do not underestimate the ways I whisper care into your life. Even when it seems ordinary, it is often holy, and it is often exactly what you need. I am the one who can make the desert bloom, and I am the one who can make your heart bloom after a long winter. My child, winter does not last forever. A barren season is not the end of fertility. I can bring new growth where there was no sign of life. I can awaken hope where resignation settled. I can bring song back to lips that were once quiet with grief. Let me show you that my life is stronger than what drained you. Let me show you that your future can still be bright. Let me show you that I still make things new. You never saw the mercy I extended in hidden restraint. There were things I did not allow to reach you because they would have changed you in ways that were not aligned with my heart for you. My child, some things would have looked like opportunity but carried entanglement. Some things would have looked like affection but carried confusion. Some things would have looked like success but carried emptiness. I know the difference. I choose what is life-giving. I guide you away from what would have seemed good but lacked peace. Trust the boundaries of love. They are not punishment. They are protection. When the night grows heavy, remember that darkness is not stronger than me. When the heart grows tired, remember that weariness does not outrun my compassion. When the road grows uncertain, remember that confusion does not confuse me. My child, I am not at the mercy of what worries you. I am above it. I am through it. I am beside you in it. I am also beyond it. That means you can breathe in the middle of what you do not understand. You can pray in the middle of what you cannot fix. You can rest while I work. You never saw how much attention I gave to the details of your life because I love you personally. The count of your steps. The weight of your decisions. The burden in your mind. The longing in your heart. The little things matter to me because you matter to me. My child, I am not a distant ruler ignoring the small. I am a father who notices. I am a shepherd who searches. I am a keeper who guards. Even the smallest wound, the smallest joy, the smallest prayer, the smallest hesitation, I see it. I know how to meet you there with grace. Sometimes your story is being shaped by what you cannot tell yet. My child, there are things I am still unfolding, things you would not understand if I revealed them too soon. That is not because I am withholding love. It is because I am guarding purpose. The full picture belongs to the right time. Until then, keep walking with me. Keep listening. Keep believing that the one who began a good work in you is faithful to complete it. I am not improvising with your life. I am crafting it. I am deliberate. I am caring. I am wise beyond your sight. You never saw how much courage I was building in you through the very places that frightened you. Fear can become a teacher when it is brought into my hands. It can show you where you need my peace. It can reveal where your trust needs strengthening. It can teach you to call on my name sooner. My child, I do not waste fear. I redeem it. I turn it into a doorway for dependence on me. And dependence leads to peace. So when fear rises, do not shame yourself. Bring it to me. I will meet you there and make you steady. There is a reason I keep saying, my child. It is because you are not a number to me. You are not a face in a crowd. You are not an afterthought. You are beloved, chosen, and personally known. I know your name in the quiet places where no one else speaks it with tenderness. I know the history of your heart. I know what you have survived. I know what you still hope for. I know what has not yet healed. And I come to you not as a distant idea, but as a living God who loves you closely. Come closer. You never saw the quiet miracles that happened while you were simply trying to get through the day. Strength to answer the phone. Grace to take one more step. Peace to sleep when anxiety was near. Wisdom to keep one harmful path away. Courage to say no. Mercy to say yes. My child, these are miracles too. Not all miracles arrive with thunder. Some come as endurance. Some come as clarity. Some come as restraint. Some come as a whisper that says, keep going, I am with you. And because I am with you, the day is not lost. I want you to know that your hope is not foolish when it rests in me. The world may tell you to expect disappointment, to protect yourself by expecting little, to harden your heart so you are never hurt again. But my child, I am calling you to hope with wisdom. I am calling you to trust without denying reality. I am calling you to keep your heart open enough for love, peace, and healing. A guarded heart can survive. A surrendered heart can live. I want more for you than mere survival. I want your soul to breathe in the freedom of my presence. You never saw how I was preparing comfort for you in advance. Before the sorrow arrived, I already knew where the comfort would come from. Before the question formed, I already knew the answer that would sustain you. Before the need became visible, I already had provision ready. My child, that is how carefully I care. I am never scrambling. I am never caught off guard. I am never too late. I am ahead of your life with goodness in my hands. So when the day feels uncertain, remember that you are meeting a God who has already prepared what you need. There are wounds that do not heal by pretending they are not there. I do not ask you to pretend. I ask you to bring your wound into the light of my love. My child, there is no shame in saying, "This hurts." There is no shame in saying, "I am tired." There is no shame in saying, "I need you." I meet honesty with mercy. I meet need with compassion. I meet the broken heart with healing. You do not have to hide the place where you ache. Lay it down, and let me begin the gentle work only I can do. You never saw that some of the best things I have for you require the very patience you resist. Patience is not passive. It is a form of trust that stays present while the promise grows. My child, I am teaching you how to wait without wasting your soul. I am teaching you how to remain hopeful without forcing outcomes. I am teaching you how to surrender the timeline without surrendering the promise. That is holy strength. That is mature faith. That is a heart learning to say, "Lord, I trust your pace, even when mine feels impatient. I will not rush what you are building." My child, I have not left you in the middle of the sentence. What I started, I will complete. What I planted, I will grow. What I promised, I will fulfill in the way that is best and most beautiful. You never saw the full scope of my care, but you have felt enough of it to know I am good. Hold on to that. I am with you through the unknown, through the waiting, through the healing, through the becoming. And when your heart feels weak, remember that my grip is strong. I am holding you still. So breathe, beloved. You do not need to carry the weight of unseen things alone. I saw the paths you never took, the trouble you never entered, the tears I turned aside, the harm I prevented, the mercy I sent before you knew to ask. I have been faithful in places you never saw. I have been present in ways you never noticed. I have been loving you every step of the way. Let that truth quiet your heart. Let it steady your spirit. Let it remind you that you are safe with me. I never left you, and I never will. And I will keep speaking to the heart that feels forgotten. My child, when the room is quiet and the mind starts telling old stories, return to this truth: I was there, I am here, and I will remain. I was with you when you were too tired to pray. I was with you when you could only breathe and hope. I was with you when answers seemed far away, and I was with you when mercy arrived in ways you did not name. So do not fear the hidden seasons. I am not hiding from you. I am hiding goodness for you, goodness that will be revealed at the right time, in the right way, with peace that stays. Hold on to me, and let my hands steady every shaking place. Let your heart learn this sacred rest: what you cannot trace, you can still trust. What you cannot understand, you can still surrender. What you cannot hold, I can hold perfectly. And when the day is done, I will still be here, faithful as dawn, gentle as rain, and strong as the rock beneath your feet. My child, take that peace with you now, and if this word blessed your heart, please like and subscribe, because I will meet you again with hope and love today. So now, my child, receive peace for your mind, strength for your heart, and hope for your tomorrow. Let this word settle deep within you: I never left you, and I will not leave you. I am with you in the unseen, in the waiting, in the healing, in the becoming. I have carried you through more than you know, and I will carry you still. Father, bless this beloved one with comfort, courage, and rest. Heal what is wounded, strengthen what is weak, and guide every step in your loving light. In Jesus' name, Amen. If this message touched your heart, please like and subscribe.